I want to talk a little bit about AI. And I think you do a really beautiful job in your writing and talking about including these as part of the ecosystem of connection, while also pointing out the dangers and the kind of traps we fall into when we think about technology and even remote connection versus in person. What are ways that we can tap the beautiful extensibility that they provide for us while really paying attention to what's going to be healthy for ourselves?
On the AI point, it's interesting. I spent some time kind of exploring this for my book, and it's come up a lot in my work since then because, now I just saw a paper come out from Harvard Business Review showing that the number one way that people are using AI in this year is for companionship and friendship. Number one. So it's
Wow.
very relevant. We really need to be thinking about this. And my first reaction when I started exploring this a few years ago was just horror. Like, why are there hundreds of millions of people around the world turning to AI for their emotional needs,
Mm.
right? To socialize, to share their troubles with, for love, right? People use AI as friends, as boyfriends, girlfriends, husbands, wives. This is a huge way that these tools are being used. But my thinking evolved into one that's more of compassion. A lot of people are turning to these tools because they're not having the success that they want connecting with other people in person, right? And having those human relationships. And so there again, we're getting something wrong collectively if that's the case. But I don't think it's all bad. I also don't think the answer is nobody should have an AI bot who they interact with for humor or for comfort when they need it or for advice or things like that. I think that the reality is what we see in the data is it's socially healthy to have diverse people who you interact with, right? You don't just only talk to your romantic partner and no one else. You also have friends, you have coworkers, you have neighbors, you have groups that you're part of. There's variety to who you interact with. And if AI is one of the kind of quote unquote people in your overall social ecosystem who you're drawing support from in some way, I actually think that could be okay. And I think some of the early data on this is suggesting that it can be.